G'day, welcome back to the channel. It is Sunday morning. Normally I'm headed out to the airfield, but I suspect that right now the airfield looks like this. This is what it looked like yesterday when I went out there. Beautiful day for flying, but no model flying allowed, so yeah, it's just growing grass. But it's Sunday, so I'm going to do some flying. I want to fly my DLG. I want to get out there and just get some launch practice in. But first of all, I think I better check the rules, because I would not want to break a rule. You know me, can't be trusted. So I thought I'd check the rules of the South Waikato District Council's policy for flying drones and model aircraft in the parks. So I'm going to have a look at that. Let's see, what does it say? I'll load it all up, and here we go. It says, in section 4.2, it says the following drones may operate permit-free, subject to the conditions below. Electric-powered single or multi-rotor vertical takeoff and landing drone, RPA, up to 1.5 kilograms loaded weight. Electric-powered fixed-wing model, up to 1.5 kilograms loaded weight. Electric fanjet-powered model, up to 1.5 kilogram loaded weight. Where's the gliders? Where's the... Oh, maybe it's included elsewhere. Let's keep going. I'll get down to section 6. What does it say? These are the drones that require a permit because they're too dangerous. If you're going to do this, it's obviously not permit free. There's something very dangerous. So what is it? The following drone operations require a permit. Drones exceeding 1.5 kilograms loaded weight or with a motive power other than electric. The motive power for this is me. I'm not electric. I don't charge up at night. I don't have batteries. I'll have to get a permit. I'll have to get a permit to fly my DLG in a park where you can fly EDFs and fixed wing and multi-rotors up to 1.5 kilograms. But no, a 200-gram DLG thrown by an old man with Parkinson's, that's too dangerous. That needs a permit. That's the state of regulation in the world today. People who know nothing making rules that clearly are not fit for purpose, but I know what. I've had enough of rules. I've had enough of regulations made by idiots who don't actually do what they're regulating. They have no idea what they're regulating. They sit in a pinstripe suit behind an oak desk and a glass tower and tell us how to do things safely, things that they've never done themselves ever. And I don't believe that's a good thing. So from this point forward, I'm focusing on safety, practical methods to ensure safety. Rules, I don't give a damn for them, because if rules are good and appropriate and a good fit for the risk, then simply by focusing on safety, I will automatically be compliant because the rules will be in line with risk and so forth. This rule here says that this is way too dangerous to fly. It needs a permit. And I'm saying, if you think that's true, South Waikato District Council, if that's really what you meant in that regulation, then as I said when I flew my quadcopter, in violation of your directive, I may not fly without a pilot's license, take me to court, sue me, do something. Or you're just bullying me. And this just proves that you can't even write a rule properly. Seriously, you wouldn't accept any external input when you were creating these set of rules, these policies for flying drones. That's why we have the ludicrous situation where someone can fly 100 miles an hour. Let me just get something. This is a rare bear. This weighs 600 grams, 500 grams, something like that. It will do 100 miles an hour. She probably weighs about 700 grams. I'm not sure. I'll have to weigh it. It'll do 100 miles an hour. I can fly this in the park without a permit. It's safe because you guys know what you're doing, right? Safe for me to fly this at 100 miles an hour in a park where there could be people all around, but this is too dangerous. This will need a permit. This does 100 miles an hour. This probably does maximum of 7 or 8 miles an hour. This has got a prop up the front spinning round. It'll catch up. This has got nothing at the front. This is powered by several hundred watts of electrical power. It's powered by an old man with Parkinson's. Really, I hope I make my point. I hope you can see the reason why I'm just saying to hell with rules. If I cannot enjoy my hobby because rules get in the way and they don't do anything for safety, then I'm saying bugger the rules. I don't care. If you've got a problem with me not following the rules, then you've got a problem. I don't have a problem at all. I will be 100% safe in everything I do, as I always have been. But when rules become so bad that you can't comply even if you want to, there's no point in trying. So here I go. I'm going down the park. I'm going to fly my damn DLG in complete violation of the council's drone policy. And if they've got a problem, arrest me. Let's do it. Let's go. So here I am down at the park. Got me DLG. Look at this, hey? beautiful. It's a bit cool and crisp this morning because, hey, it's spring, it's not summer. So we'll see how we get on. I don't expect there'll be any lift, but that's a good thing. It gives me more opportunity to practice my launches. And if I turn this thing around, come on, turn around camera, come on, here we go. Oh, no, I hate this Osmo. You can see that there is nobody in the park. I'm all here by myself alone because that's how I choose to fly. It's about safety. Oh, no, there's someone over there playing on the exercise gear, but I don't think I'm going to be a risk to them. So, oh, there's a rabbit over there. So here we are. I'm going to talk you through what I'm doing here because I want people to see that whether things are compliant or not doesn't really make a difference when it comes to safety. Because I'm going to be breaking some rules here today. First of all, I'm here with my DLG and I don't have a permit. I've not applied to the council for a permit, which I have to do according to them because there's no electric motor on this thing. Anyway, let's not worry too much about it. But look, a deserted park. A deserted park, and this DLG is actually about 180 grams, so it's a bit heavier than my lightest one, but I don't think it's going to be an issue given that we are here at this hour of the morning. But a breeze getting up. That's why I came out early, because it's supposed to blow a bit today and I wanted to get some launches in before it got really, really windy. So here we go. Now I am within 4 kilometres of an airfield and I don't have an observer, but I'm going to do a shielded operation, so that's allowed for. They've mowed this grass. Good on you, council. They've mowed the grass, but that means the clippings are sticking to my shoes. Let's turn this on and plug in the battery. Yep, she's working. Make sure everything's safely tucked inside. As I say, no lift around today and the breeze is getting up, so just do a couple of launches. Proof of concept here. Proof of concept. Yeah, we're all good. Let's give this thing a hurl. Here we go. I'll make this the last one because I've got to get home, do something useful, and of course always catch it on the last one. So to summarise again for those who haven't been paying attention, here I am breaching the council's rules by flying this evil, dangerous DLG in the park without a permit, as is required under their drone policy, because they don't know their arse from their elbow and they wouldn't take any advice when drafting their rules. So this is what you get. And this is endemic through the whole regulatory spectrum. I mean, FPV with spotters is another great example. Every country in the world says you may not fly FPV without a visual observer at all times, no exceptions. Yet, if you go on YouTube, there are thousands and thousands and thousands of videos showing people flying FPV without spotters. I don't see the injury reports, I don't see the death reports, I don't see the damage to property reports. So what's really going on there? It's, yeah, the risk has been massively overstated. And what we need is some common sense and regulation, because when you have rules that are obviously unfit for purpose, you don't get compliance. You don't. I mean, I'm not going to go for a permit on this because it's a ridiculous rule. And likewise, FPV spotters, yeah, sometimes you need a spotter to be safe, but that's a decision that should be left up to the pilot on the day, because nobody wearing a pinstripe suit sitting behind an oak desk in a glass tower thousands of miles away 9 years ago when they made the rule is in the position to determine if something's safe or not. Just not happening. And the fact that so many people have breached this rule with impunity, no damage, no deaths, no injuries, shows it's a stupid rule. And because of that, zero compliance. People are not complying. So what is the point of a rule that gets no compliance because people are basically saying there's no point, it's so stupid? Yet the regulators stick by their guns. You must have an observer, you must have a spotter. And that ruins their own credibility. I mean, they don't have any credibility when they make rules that make no sense. So from this point forward, I'm all about safety. You've seen in the park here today, I chose a time and I chose a place where there was no one around. So not that my DLG is dangerous to anyone at any stretch of the imagination, but I don't want people to be inconvenienced. I don't want people to be, or even feel like they might be endangered. So I act sensibly. I use my own experience, my knowledge, my attitude, my common sense to make sure that I'm flying safely and respectfully and responsibly. It's not compliant. I broke a rule. I broke a council rule to do this. But it shows you that you don't have to be compliant to be safe. Some of the rules just don't merit your compliance. And in the upcoming videos, I'm going to be showing you exactly what I mean, because it's time we got better regulation. These regulations are not designed to keep anyone safe as much as to marginalize this hobby. And we're seeing that. I'm seeing a decline in the hobby. It is very, very worrying and disturbing, because I'm seeing now even the likes of Bot Grinder and Grim Ripper, they're making bike videos. They're getting into cycling and that's making videos about that. I mean, they're still making the usual videos, but everyone is now sort of drifting a bit. Everyone's drifting a bit, and I think it's going to happen even more because we are being marginalised for the sake of drone deliveries and crap. And we've got Christmas coming. How many kids do you really think are going to be getting a model aircraft for Christmas this year? I don't think there will be very many at all. Even drones, probably not going to be a popular gift because it's just too dangerous. And I'm not talking about hurting people, I'm talking about the risk of getting fined or worse because you didn't follow some obscure inane rule that makes no sense. So, yeah, it is time for me to step away from the rules and focus on safety. And if everybody did that, we wouldn't even need rules. So I'm going to do some videos. I'm going to show you how to do things safely. And the interesting thing is, if the rules were actually fit for purpose, then simply by focusing on safety, you would automatically be compliant. But the fact that you can be safe without compliance shows deficiencies in the rules. Rules in New Zealand here are 10 years out of date. This whole technology, this hobby, this whole community moves so quickly that operating under 10-year-old rules is ridiculous. I'm not going to bother. When I cannot enjoy this hobby, if I'm compliant, I couldn't have flown this morning if I was compliant, and so I am unable to fly anywhere, not even in my own yard, and be compliant with the rules. So unless I choose safety over compliance, I'm never going to fly a model again, and I'm not having that. I've got a few years left if I'm lucky. I want to enjoy them flying models safely and responsibly, as I have done for the last 60 years. No petty little bureaucrat in a pinstripe suit sitting behind an oak desk in a glass building is going to stop me. And if they have a problem with that, if they are concerned about that, then by all means, arrest me, lock up an old man for playing with his toy planes in a totally safe and responsible manner, and just let the world see from that the world's gone to hell in a handbasket if that happens. We really are in big trouble if the biggest danger you can see is an old man with his glider in a park. But who knows? The world is that crazy I could end up behind bars. I don't know. Anyway, enough for one video. And a little bit of a test this little Osmo thing. I've been using it for the last few days. Originally I was disappointed with this camera. And I'm still disappointed in this camera. It's not, I don't know. I came down to the park yesterday, did a big walking vlog. It didn't work out very well. Did some exercise on some of the playground equipment here and then went home. But this camera, it's not intuitive. It's not what it was made out to be when I watched the videos and read the brochures. It probably works okay for some people. I'm sure some people find it fine, but I was expecting more and I got less. Maybe that's just me, but I will be doing a full review anyway. And I got some other reviews coming up which don't involve flying, got some charges and a few other bits and pieces, so stay tuned for those on my RC Model Reviews channel. And you'll see me flying a lot. And if people have problems, if people spot me doing anything dangerous, I expect them to report me to authorities. But if I'm simply breaching ridiculous regulations that serve no purpose, don't bother. Don't bother. It's about safety, it's not about compliance. Anyway, I'll be making a full and formal statement to all the authorities whose rules I'll be breaking in the next couple of days. I'll do a video explaining everything and inviting them to respond. I doubt they will. I doubt, because there is no response. When you make ridiculous regulations that, for example, that require someone to get a permit to fly a DLG in a deserted park. Anyway, there you go, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll get back to work. Look at what you find here. Dumped in the car park. Someone's left their car seats behind. You think they would have noticed when they drove away and their bum was so uncomfortable. But my goodness. Yep, that's what you get sometimes. Geez, look what I found. Look what I have found here. It's a phone box. When was the last time you saw one of those? Oh, we're right up with the times here.
Overregulation is like a tumor. It's killing our hobby. It must be terminated. Now!